Hello again, folks, and welcome to the channel. It's all about racing. In this episode, we're going to take a look at a Sparky car. Yes, this is the Nissan Delta Wing, a rather bizarre entry in the IMSA WeatherTech series. I don't know if you knew this, but when this design initially came out, they were trying to propose this to the IndyCar series as the future of IndyCars. Essentially, every IndyCar would look like this instead of what they look like today. Well, this was not a hugely successful model, so it's probably a good thing that that didn't happen, but nevertheless, I think it is a cool piece of history, and today we're going to take a closer look at it. As I mentioned, this is a Sparky car. It is a die-cast car attached to a plastic base and comes with a convenient jeweled cover, which is really kind of neat. I really like the Sparky spark plug guy. He's pretty cool. You got that on the front and on the back. I guess this is kind of supposedly the Dunlap bridge with Sparky on there instead of Dunlap. But that's okay. Looks pretty cool. And obviously they're telling that this was the one of the liveries that competed in the 24 Hours of Le Mans. So let's take it out of the box and see what it looks like. And here you go. Here's a good look at the car. One thing I always forgot to mention, of course, other reviewers do this, but I'll point this out to you. The Sparky cars have a really cool device where you can literally remove the car from the base simply by twisting that tab around. No screws to keep track of. It's a nice way to be able to remove it if you choose to do so and put it in a display case like I do. Normally, I would never remove these things from the bases, but unfortunately, I have a whole bunch of these and I have to put them in a display case because there's just no other way to display them all in their jewel boxes. Believe me, I wish I could because they're nice, even though not every Sparky car comes with a jewel case. This one did, thank God. Anyhow, this is a much closer look at this rather unique vehicle. You know, it's got four wheels. Granted, they're really tiny up front. That long nose. This was just a bizarre car to watch. I'm more accustomed to the closed cockpit version after Nissan gave up on this thing. But anyhow, this is the black Nissan version that did compete at Le Mans. I kind of like that. Number 0. I don't know if that's a particularly good number to have, but hey, it is what it is. And here's a look at what the thing kind of looks like up front. It's got this black, flat black finish. Comes to a very sharp end at the nose of this thing. It's kind of mean looking when you think about it. And look at that. You know, I mean, Nissan has a tradition of wild, DPIs and hypercars, and they had another one that competed in like started in the 2015 Le Mans, and they entered 2 of them. They were front engine where everything else was rear engine. It was really complex looking, bizarre, unique, not particularly successful. I think after a few years they gave up on it. This car lasted a whole lot longer, in fact quite a few years, not only in this open cockpit design but more with the closed cockpit design that competed in the IMSA WeatherTech championship for a number of years. Really unique car. This thing is unique. This is and it's kind of a marvel to look at. I mean, it's one of those cars that you just have to have in your collection. And unfortunately, these sell for a premium, even for a Sparky car. I think it's like $30, which is absolutely ridiculous for a Sparky 164. And one of the things you can tell when you got these cameras and you're looking at it really up close, all the dust on this thing shows, and you take your little brush here and you can brush a lot of that off and get rid of it so that it looks a little bit better. I mean, this is a good reason for not removing it from a jewel case. I mean, a perfect example of why you don't want to do it, so it doesn't look like this. And if there were tiny little parts to break on this, which, thankfully there are not, this would be a much more delicate job. But anyway, see how much better that looks when you take it and put the brush to it. Anyhow, that's a look at the back of the car. Not much to see there. And then you take a look at the top, and it's a bit more interesting that way. There's not a ton of detail on this, but nevertheless, not too bad. Let's look at it from the top. You got the Michelin guy on there, Le Mans. Pretty neat looking, isn't it? Got the tow hook right in front of the flow hook, the flag, and the Le Mans sticker on the top of the car. So anyhow, folks, that's it. That's a look at the Sparky Nissan Delta Wing. Thanks for watching.